Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. Buhari impostor wept and could not sleep after Justice Binta Nyako dismissed MALAMI'S recycled charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sultan of Sokoto pushes for MALAMI'S sack. According to report, the Fulani Nigerian government, led by Buhari impostor, were furious and disappointed at Justice Binta Nyako for dismissing MALAMI'S amended 7-count charge against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the Federal High Court, Abuja. Justice Binta Nyako shouted at the Fulani Nigerian government lawyer that it is no longer business as usual and she won't be embarrassed as the bribed judges at the Court of Appeal who erred by granting MALAMI'S stay of execution of judgment by the same court after quashing all the charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Justice Binta Nyako blasted MALAMI that she can no longer allow Buhari impostor to continue using her as an object of shame because of her husband and son's corruption cases before the EFCC. Justice Binta Nyako advised MALAMI to go to Supreme Court and settle the matter on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's immediately because her court is not a Sharia court. Instead of fooling himself and shopping for courts and judges that would destroy the judiciary in order to make Buhari impostor and the Fulani Nigerian government happy. My brothers and my sisters, you can see that the Fulani Janjaweed are criminals. Justice Nyako agreed that her court lacks the jurisdictions to entertain any further charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in view of the landmark judgment of the Court of Appeal. She said she was playing along with MALAMI and Buhari impostor because they promised to release her husband and son and quash all the corruption charge against them. But now that the appeal court has set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free and quashed all the charges against him, she can no longer continue to act stupid as she did in the past. You know, she has started learning that her career is at stake. The Fulani Nigerian government are only going to use him and dump her. Igbo elites are one of the major enemies of Biafra restoration. They worked against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, preventing his release from detention by the Fulani Janjaweed, claiming that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu insulted them always. That's what they claimed. What a big lie. Uzodinjo Dave Umehi and the other Biafran governors, useless governors and politicians. But Peter Obi, who did not or does not hurt a fly and a perfect gentleman, the same Igbo elites are hell-bent on frustrating Peter Obi. They are hell-bent. That is why we can see that Igbo elites are the major enemy of Biafra restoration. Biafra is the only solution for our freedom because Igbo elites are Fulani slaves. They believe that the Fulani Caliphate support is their only sure path to power and access to the treasury of the nation. So what they're after is money and power. They don't care if the Fulani Janjaweed kills all the Biafrans. They don't care. They don't care as long as they have the power, political power, and they have access to the government's coffers or the government treasury. They are okay. And that is why we Biafrans must ensure that Biafra is restored. Because our Igbo leaders, political and traditional leaders, are nothing to write home about. They are not supporting the restoration of Biafra. They are enjoying the fraudulent contraption called Nigeria. Because the Fulani Janjaweed is allowing them to loot their state coffers dry. They are looting, stealing money, doing nothing, and allowing Biafrans to suffer. Imagine Igbo politicians are there. They know that Ndi Igbo are like over 80% importers of all the importations that goes through the Lagos port. Instead of them to fight for the opening of seaports in Biafra land, they are doing nothing about it. They are doing nothing about it. My brothers and my sisters, the earlier we push these Igbo leaders aside and continue until Biafra is restored, the better for us. Because the Igbo leaders, governors, are the ones working against the restoration of Biafra, conniving with their Fulani slave masters, allowing them to bring in their military to kill our Biafran youths. That must stop. It must stop. And this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting against. And that is why they supported the Fulani Janjaweed to kidnap him in Kenya. They sponsored it for telling the world the truth. They sponsored his kidnap. And illegally, they repatriated him to Nigeria and locked him up in a solitary confinement in order to shut others up. But they can't shut Biafrans up. You know, foreign creditors are now snubbing Nigeria due to its economic ratings, and Nigeria is finding it difficult to borrow money from international creditors, according to the Director General of Debt Management Office, Patience Oniha. Nigeria is now struggling to raise funds from investors and has been worsened by credit ratings from Moody's and Fitch after they downgraded Nigeria to Category B. Economy destroyed by Fulani Nigerian government incompetency and cluelessness. You know, the zoo ruled by the Fulani Nigerian government. What do they think will happen when they run the economy aground? They think investors are like Fulani Janjaweed, who think like cows. No serious investor will invest their money in the zoo called Nigeria. They will rather invest it in Ukraine, a war-torn country. They will invest it there instead of the zoo. Because the zoo government, they don't obey rule of law. Somebody who does not obey rule of law will always be a high risk to foreign investments. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.